Imagine the power has gone out. You don't know why yet, but you do know that you have a plan. In Canterbury, we know disasters can happen at any time, but what would you do? After the earthquakes, our family made a plan. We know how and where to meet during or after a disaster. We know where all our household emergency items are stored and where to go for help if we need it.
Places like the medical centre, emergency services and local civil defence centre.
It gives me peace of mind knowing that my family will know what to do if a disaster happens. So if you haven't already, get your family or household together and agree on a plan. A good emergency plan will help you respond quickly and safely if a disaster happens.
It's also important to talk to the children about the disasters that could happen and what to do to keep them safe.
While you're thinking about your family, have a think about your neighbours too. Who may need help in an emergency? We found a household emergency plan and checklist on the Get Through website. Make a start on yours today. Identifying the safe places in your home is important. A safe place should be somewhere close to you, only a few steps away or less than 3 metres. If we're in the dining room, getting under the table is the best option. It's also safe next to a wall like this one because it's away from windows and tall furniture which could fall over and break during an earthquake. I want to choose blue. Should we do blue? In most emergencies you should be able to stay in your own home, and this is often the safest place to be. We've put together an emergency survival kit. You can choose to store the items in a bag or a bin, whatever works for you. Let's see what things should go into an emergency kit. In this bag, I've got enough wind and waterproof clothing, sun hats and strong outdoor shoes for everyone in the family. We keep all our spare blankets and sleeping bags in here, so we'll put them in the kit when we're ready to go. We'll also need a battery-operated radio so I can stay up to date with the news. You'll need some spare batteries for the radio, so I'm going to put that on the list of things to buy. In an emergency, we're likely to be without power, so we'll need a torch and spare batteries. You can use a self-charging torch if you have one.
It's important you store enough food and water for your family for at least 3 days in your kit. Assess what's already in your pantry. Non-perishable items such as canned or dried food are best as they have long expiry dates. Having a supply of stored water is essential. You need at least 3 litres of water for each person each day and more for cooking and cleaning. You could buy bottled water or prepare your own. Be sure to check and replace food and water every 12 months. Babies or small children will need food and milk formula. Pets will also need some dried food or canned food too. A gas cooker or barbecue will be handy to cook on. Let's see what we need in the bathroom. We need to pack any essential medicines that our family may need to take. We'll also need to take a first aid kit. If we need to use our first aid kit in the meantime, we can replace any used items so that it is complete.
Battery-powered lighting is the safest and easiest option. Don't use candles as children may knock them over or they may tip over in an aftershock or a gust of wind. Now that you've seen what our family is doing to prepare for an emergency, you might like to talk to your family about what you could do. If a disaster strikes, you will have a plan, know the safe places in your home and have a great emergency survival kit.
For more information, check out your local council website and have a look at the Get Through website. It has all the information your family needs to survive a disaster.